Hi guys, this week we're going to learn about interrogative pronouns. What's an interrogative pronoun, you ask? Let's see. Do you remember way back in the beginning of the year when we did the types of sentences? Hopefully you remember what an interrogative sentence is. Knowing what an interrogative sentence is can help us discover what an interrogative pronoun is. Okay, let's take a look. Which one of these sentences is an interrogative sentence? The red ball rolled away. Who ate my cookie? If you guessed who ate my cookie, you would be correct. Who ate my cookie is an interrogative sentence. So what exactly do interrogative sentences do, and what on earth do they have to do with interrogative pronouns? Hopefully you remember that interrogative sentences ask questions. Well, what do you think interrogative pronouns will do? Interrogative pronouns ask questions too. Okay, so here's some examples of interrogative pronouns. What, who, whom, whose, which. What will you do tomorrow? Whose is that? Okay, now you try it. Insert an interrogative pronoun in the blank. You can pause the video if you need to. Who? Who is here? That would be a great interrogative pronoun to put in that blank. But watch out. You've got to be careful of interrogative adjectives that look like interrogative pronouns. We sort of went over that last week a little bit when we talked about indefinites and the difference between an indefinite pronoun and an indefinite adjective. Let's take a look at a couple examples. Let's look at the following sentence. What dress should I wear? In this case, the word what is functioning as an adjective, an interrogative adjective, because it is modifying the word dress or describing the dress. We remember from our study on adjectives that adjectives usually came right before a noun. Okay, here's another example. Which book should I read? Again, taking a look at the word which, in this case, it's modifying the word book or describing the word book, which, get it, would make it an adjective. Remember, pronouns take the place of a noun. They don't describe the noun like an adjective does. Okay, now it's time for you to try it. Is this an interrogative adjective or an interrogative pronoun? You decide. Who ate my Hershey Kiss? Interrogative adjective or interrogative pronoun? If you said who was an interrogative pronoun, you were right. Okay, let's try another one. Which hat should I put on? Interrogative pronoun or interrogative adjective? Which, in this case, is an interrogative adjective. It's modifying or telling about the word hat, which is a noun. Okay, we've got a few more things to talk about before we're finished learning about interrogative pronouns. My next question for you is, what is a compound interrogative pronoun? We know that compound usually means more than one thing. Think hot dog, two words making one. Here's some examples of compound interrogative pronouns. Whatever, whoever, whomever, and whichever. Okay, the last thing I want to talk to you guys about today is how to use whom and who correctly. Okay, so for this, we kind of have to go back to the prepositions. You remember the prepositions, don't you? Through, over, in, at, during, out, to, I could go on and on and on and on. Think about that list that's in front of your easy grammar book. The prepositions: aboard, about, above, across, against, along, around, amid, among, after, at, except, for, during, down, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, before, beyond, by, in, from, off, on, over, of, unto, until, upon, under, underneath, up, near, past, through, throughout, with, within, without, instead, forward, inside, into, to. Wait a minute. What was the last one? To. Okay, now this is where if we were in a classroom, I'd probably jump around doing some kind of dance about how to is a very special word, but I'm not going to do that on the video. I just want you guys to remember that to is a very special word in the English language. We use it for a lot of things. If you remember, one of the first things that we use it for is as an infinitive: to jump, to run, to drive. The word to with a verb. We also can use it as a preposition: to the store, to the pool. Now, we can also use it to help us determine whether we should use whom or whether we should use who. In the following sentences, I want you to see if you can determine the pattern. Okay, here's our sentences. To whom should I send the basket? To whom is this invitation addressed? Who took out the garbage? Who sat on my cat? In the first set of sentences, we used to with the word whom. To whom should I send the basket? To whom is this invitation addressed? In both of those instances, the preposition whom, the preposition to is preceding the word whom. All right, let's look at the other set of sentences. Who took out the garbage? Who sat on my cat? Poor kitty. In both of those instances, who is functioning as an interrogative pronoun. Just remember that use whom as part of a prepositional phrase and use who when it's not in a prepositional phrase. All right. That was a long video. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. There was a lot of new information in there. For your work this week, I've got a worksheet for you to do. Check the All Grades page for that. And then I'd like you to make up your own using whom and who correctly. Also use any of the other interrogatives. Go ahead and make sure that you parse so that I can see that you're doing it correctly. Have fun.